What's poppin', everyone, and welcome to the History of Random Things, the new show on the Media Production channel. Every month, we will choose a new subject and explore thoroughly its history. This month, we are exploring the history of popcorn, why it is so popular, and where it came from. Today, we are joined by popcorn historian Evelyn Greenwood from the University of Cambridge. Evelyn, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Indy.
So, as I understand, you've studied the origins of popcorn for much of your career.
Yes, I got my PhD in popcorn history, and I continue to study the developments made in the popcorn world.
Could you walk us through its history, starting with when it first appears?
Well, it's actually all quite fascinating. We all kind of think of popcorn as being a modern snack, but there's actually fossil evidence of popcorn all the way back in 4700 BC in Peru. But the domestication of popcorn and popcorn in general would not be possible without the domestication of corn in Mexico some 10,000 years ago. If we jump forward in history a few centuries, we can find that popcorn was first popped over the stove by hand in the 19th century. And then the first time that popcorn was seen in the dictionary as an official word was in 1948 in the Dictionary of Americanism by John Russell Barrett.
So when did popcorn start to gain popularity?
Popcorn, as we know it today, gained popularity in the 1890s, after the popcorn maker was invented by Charles Crater. Additionally, when the Great Depression struck, popcorn prices usually ranged from 5 cents to 10 cents, making it an easily accessible snack. Another thing that had a great influence on the popularity of popcorn was World War II, as sugar rations were down and popcorn was a cheap and affordable snack that many families turned to substitute candies and other sweets.
Often, I find myself associating popcorn with movie theaters. When did popcorn start appearing in movie theaters?
In 1938, that was when the first popcorn was installed into a theater named Dixon Theater, and from there became integrated into many other theaters, despite complaints and protests from theater owners who thought it would distract from the film. It was actually popcorn that made more profits than the film itself in many cases.
Fascinating. Up to this point in history, we've only seen popcorn popped by hand or with new popcorn inventions. How did the popcorn industry develop past these inventions?
In 1970, the Orville Redenbacher brand of popcorn was launched, which is still very popular today. Over a decade later, in 1981, the corporation General Mills patented the first microwavable popcorn, which would later be commonly used in households all over the country. Popcorn has had a long history, and it continues to be a fan favorite snack, even becoming the official state snack of Illinois.
I feel enlightened. Thank you so much, Evelyn, for joining us with the history of random things.
It was my pleasure, Andy, and to the audience, if you want to continue the independent study of popcorn, please be sure to check out my book, releasing on Amazon July 18th. Ever since popcorn studies were cut from Cambridge University and superiority was given to the hot dog studies, and the hot dog and corn dog is a whole thing, just like the incident in 1982. Be sure to buy my book to support independent study and continue in popcorn development and research. Thank you.
And thank you to all our viewers. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to check back up on the Media Production channel next month to see us describe another history.